Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Well, that went well. Huge day for SPY. I've never seen a 5% day on the S&P 500 in my life. Not sure when the next time that's going to happen. So as Papa used to say, when you get to the end zone, act like you've been there before. At this point, we busted through the house. Everybody was yelling, telling us, don't go in there. The dog's done for. We ran upstairs. We heard the dog whimpering. We grabbed that dog. We ran down the stairs. And I threw the dog out the first story window. He's fine. But I'm still in the house with a little bit of my position. Took a bunch of profit. No chance I'm going to not take profit on this move. And was planning on holding multiple days, but you go 5% in one day, I'm going to take that profit. So I'm down to 25% of the position that I had. I did not add any more with the open that we saw today. So ended up with 50% of my account in on the initial bounce, 2 out of 4 positions that I was willing to take, and did not add. I did a little bit of day trading with positions, and then at the end of the day, that move, I just started scaling out. So I'm down to, let's see, 25% of my initial position left, and I will look to exit on any continuation. The reason that I exited into the end of the day is the hourly time frame in terms of just how extended we are, and I'll show you on everybody that hourly consolidation is very overdue. But this was a big time short squeeze. This is everybody fear to the downside, and we just had the scales tilt. We just had supply and demand, bulls versus bears, way more supply than demand for the last week plus. And then today, that scale was going like this for the morning, and the financial sector ruined the party in the morning and was a big drag and slowed everything down. So the scales were doing this, and then about midday, we just flipped, and it was all demand, no supply, lots of short squeeze action, and big time volume. Volume right now is 215 million. That's what I'm seeing. This is not updated. With after hours, 215 million. That came all at the end of the day, and that is a ton of bull volume. So, congrats to the bulls that got in. Even if you didn't make any money on this bounce, you're learning, right? So that's a learning experience. You watched how it played out. You're getting a feel for the contrarian mindset and watching how emotions react with everybody else in the markets and how we can stay ahead of the herd by not reacting to our emotions in that way. So at this point, the next resistance is 249.71 and 250.16. Those are the next two resistance levels. Anything under 257.89 is just a little daily lower high. All RSI levels have cooled off now. So oversold is no longer a thing in this market. So just be aware of that as well. Oil got the start of the bounce. That was a big help. Oil, big daily bounce at this point. We closed at the low, just like SPY, and now we close at the high, just like SPY. So very similar correlation there. Hourly is very extended on oil. Best case scenario for the bulls heading into tomorrow for both the market and oil is hourly consolidation during extended hours. And then tomorrow morning, we break, either we gap up, which would be wild, or break the high of today early tomorrow morning, giving the bulls confidence in continuation. Bull cross on oil of these exponential moving averages, the 12 and 26 period, for the first time since the drop from the $50 range. So very clearly the bottom is in for oil and the bottom is in for the market temporarily. I'm not calling the market bottom. I'm saying that the temporary bottom is in, and now we're just going to take it one day at a time. There's no need for us to predict and say, yeah, this is the bottom and we're going to go back to all-time highs. We don't have to do that. So one day at a time, every day is going to give us more information. And if I were to make a prediction and then try and stick with that for 2 weeks, I'm doing myself a disservice. Every single day I get more information that can make my prediction better if I adjust it. So oil healthy consolidation on the hourly is coming. 46.97, 47.16, and 48.34 are resistance levels. The weekly RSI, bullish reversal candlestick, still oversold for the weekly on oil. So let's see how much follow through we get on oil. Tech sector on absolute fire. Anything under 160.72 is a lower high on QQQ. Hourly time frame is extended. We did not consolidate at all. We are due for hourly consolidation. So again, the question is it going to take place during extended hours, or do we see a little bit of a red day tomorrow with a healthy pullback? And that's entirely possible as well. And that wouldn't be a red flag if we saw a red day tomorrow. It's as long as there was not a lot of bear volume and as long as it was healthy hourly consolidation. Financial sector, this is what I'm talking about. On the 5-minute time frame this morning, it was just a drag. We started the morning with the start of a bounce potential, and the financial sector ruined everything before a V-shaped recovery and then just running wild. So again, the hourly extended. We need an hourly higher low of healthy consolidation. This is day one of the bounce. I have no idea how many days it's going to last. We know that we need to consolidate, but initial target, very conservative target, was a 5% bounce. Obviously, we've already gotten that, and we're going to be looking for bearish entries in a few days. It all depends on how extended we get, but I'm watching 267. So if we see some upside for the next week or two, as we approach 267, I'll be watching for signs. And now the hourly uptrend is very important to me, which hasn't even been established yet. Here's SPY on the hourly overextended. But when we get a clear hourly uptrend on SPY, and here's that bull cross of the exponential moving averages for the first time in a long time as well. When we get that hourly higher low and then continuation follow through, which is likely to happen, then that's going to be a very important trend for me, because when the hourly uptrend is lost, that's my signal that the daily lower high has formed. So again, just like we don't let our emotions of fear skew our mindset or vision of the trades, we can't let the bulls do that either. We're in a downtrend, and we're going to form lower highs on the daily time frame because we just dumped for 2 weeks in a row very significant amounts. So we could see another 5% day just like today, and that's still going to put us at a daily lower high. So just keep that in mind. If you missed the bull opportunity, your scenario at this point is looking to enter on healthy hourly consolidation, or just sit back and wait a few days or maybe a week and wait for bearish entries. And I do expect an equilibrium to form. When we see extreme price action like this, equilibriums come out of the mist, so to speak. We have the high, the low of the dump. We're going to see a lower high. We're going to look to pull back and form a higher low after that. Still need to see a little bit more follow through from the bulls to be confident that an equilibrium is indeed coming. But when you see price action like this, when you're entering a new range of price discovery, that's when we get equilibriums. So congrats again to the bulls. Definitely some luck in terms of timing. If you had asked me yesterday, what's the ideal scenario for day number one of a bounce, I would have said SPY 2%. So this far exceeded my expectations, which is why I have taken a large amount of profit. I didn't think I was only going to be holding it for the first green day, but I also didn't expect the first green day to be a 5% winner. So I'll probably exit. If we see green tomorrow, I will probably exit. Let's see, the remaining position I have on SPXL, I will either use the uptrend. If we get healthy hourly consolidation and continuation, I'll use that hourly higher low as my stop level, and I will exit when the hourly uptrend is lost. But at this point, just not being greedy and just locking in those gains. So hope everyone is well. Let's check VIX. And I don't really use VIX a whole lot with my trading, but significant pullback, daily inside bar worth watching. I check in on the VIX, but there's never a time where I'm looking at the VIX and having that be a significant factor into any of my analysis, anything that I do, really. I mean, I make note of it, but it's not significant, and that's just my style. Certainly not saying that it's useless. There's plenty of traders that do use it, but I'm not one of them. So, hope you're well. We'll check back in tomorrow and see how long this bounce gets going. And again, congrats to those bulls.